Feels weird, David, no tunes. No Olivia Dean to suit us before double threshold.
Are you doing pace work today or no?
Yeah, I'll run the last 6 at just below threshold. So I'll probably run the first, 16 steady, and then the last 6 kind of just below threshold. Get somewhat of a stimulus in.
We have double threshold day, so 6 by a mile this morning. Should have a nice group, which should be good. I think last week, because myself and Dave have been here for a week earlier than everyone else, so we're kind of a week ahead. So like everyone was acclimatising our week 2. Week 3, I think myself and Cormac Dalton did a bit of double threshold together, and Murphy was doing some as well. And then this week is kind of the first week we'll have like the whole group together. So I think Griggs, Callum, a lot of Kirky's boys, it's all their first double threshold day. I think is Tony and Conan, are they all? They've never done it before, have they?
No, I've never done
No. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There could be 15, 20 people doing mile reps now, so it'll be a nice bit of traffic.
How does double threshold feel at altitude?
The effort is the same as home, but I just find the biggest difference is it's tomorrow. It's the recovery day that like you really feel the weight of, you don't get 20 miles for free at altitude. So I think the day after is when I think you really feel the biggest difference. Or if you go too quick on either of these sessions, it can get out of hand pretty quickly. But again, I think a lot of us are fairly, we're not pace pushing. It's just about hitting the zone, checking the box, and then job done. Our endurance group that Mark and Alex Ireland's form now. Like I think a lot of the guys, the performances are speaking for themselves recently. There's a lot of guys running very fast in Ireland, and I think a lot of them are here now, and please God, a lot of them will be at European Championships in Birmingham. This is where the fast times come from, I was talking to Martina McCarthy about this yesterday, just we were kind of going over goals in the gym of kind of strength phase, like what is the goal for the next while, and like I think mainly I'm very focused on just a massive winter build, carry that over into the summer, because I think like this summer I had a decent block in the winter, but I had a calf issue in January, and like I was only running maybe 90 miles a week, whereas already I'm running 105-ish miles a week. So like that's, if I can try and consistently keep that for the next few months, I think that'll really stand to me. Good man, Callum. I only looked at the plan last night, and I seen it was 5 by 2k.
Yeah, we'll switch it around.
6 by mile, yeah.
There's no point in.
So it's kind of like, you said it's hard to do any more than a mile here,
Yeah, but there's no, especially for the company, there's no point in us.
Yeah, but the boys probably all had 5 by 2k as well. I just told everyone to ask 6 by mile.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, okay, yeah, grand. Okay.
Do you start here and go up to the left?
We just go straight up that road there, look.
On the path?
Yeah, on the path, yeah.
How
One
are
is
we
to
going
go
to
up.
work lactates?
I'm going to take the bike up there.
Oh, you're going to?
Oh.
Forget about
Bike
it.
up.
That's grand. I don't have to go
Do you
anywhere.
want me to bring your meter up, or you want to leave it down here, or whatever?
Down here is nice. Just make sure you video the last few, and they're going higher. Sad thing is he's gotten a lot better. Old man hips.
Are you fairly disciplined with doing this?
Yeah, I am. I've kind of just coming from the injury background. I've learned these young lads can get away with it, I can't. It's the only time I really feel old here.
You're wearing the carbon plates today, Jack?
Oh, I am. Yeah. We were just kind of saying that on the way down. I think a few there's definitely a few people probably, I know there probably is some merit to it, kind of wearing, like, these are all obviously, they're all big carbons, but like the Zoom Fly is like Nike's kind of, do they have, they do have a carbon, but it's not as aggressive, and like I do think the carbons do put you kind of forward in your hips, which puts more pressure on your hips and stuff, which, like, again, it's hard to know how much damage it's doing, but I suppose I kind of base a lot of, if Jakob wears carbons most of the time, he's a good man to gauge off, so I do the same. I've been just doing these off a minute.
We'll do 75.
Okay.
Yeah, because everyone will try and keep everyone together and give everyone a. Some people were looking for 90, so we said we just stretch the recovery to 75.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, cool.
For the sake of 15 seconds, we'll keep everyone happy.
Here, you go a minute. What's your heart rate?
75. The whole group's doing 75, so yeah.
3, 2, 1. What were the splits in those, lads?
515, 585.
Okay. That's perfect. Yeah, that'll probably come down then yet. 1.2. Man's in shape. You've got 10 seconds left. He's so excited, he just got. Good stuff. Same pace. What were you first time, Jack? Were you 1.8?
Right,
Go.
Right, good.
Yeah.
Oh, you cooked. What were you hitting? 724.
Pain free.
That's the most important part of what you just said. This is over 2, you're getting a yellow card. She is in shape. 0.7, that's where you need to be after. That's perfect after an easy run.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. 1.6, Callum. You don't mind me shouting that out?
Nice. Man Callum. 1.8, 1.6 is all right.
Is that what you were kind of expecting today?
Yeah, it's just, we were the same pace last week, and I was like 2.0 and 2.1. That's why I'm kind of like 1.6 is like, that's like low, that you're kind of like sometimes. Now, Emma could completely say I'm talking absolute here, but when you're fatigued or underfueled or just maybe like glycogen stores are low, lactate can be low. It did feel easy, but 1.6 is that's very, very good. Go home, eat, sleep, repeat. Oh,
Hour and a half nap.
hour and a half, 3 hours, sleep.
How's that, James?
It was good. Picked up a little bit. 2.2 midway.
Okay.
I'm doing 7, so no threshold.
Okay. The main reason that we're doing that is just to keep control on the threshold stuff. So they'll usually target either 2 millimole or 4 millimole. And a lot of the guys are doing double threshold, so they'll target like 2 millimole in the morning. So they're doing 6 by a mile or 5 by a mile this morning, 2 millimole, very controlled stuff. And then they'll go back to the track in the evening, we'll do some 300s or 400s, and we'll target a slightly higher lactate then. But they'll also be able to run a little bit quicker in the evenings. So you're getting 2 slightly different stimulus within the same day, and with a double threshold day, most of them are probably getting around 20 miles as well. So,
What is the target that they should be aiming for then?
so generally for most of the guys it's 2 and 4, but because it's at altitude and some of them are a little bit less experienced, there's always that recalibration when you come to altitude. Your paces are a little bit slower, and then depending on how experienced you are at altitude as well, that adaptation might take a little bit longer. So really what you're trying to do today, because there was a big range in numbers, is some of the guys are probably recalibrating their paces a little bit and need to slow down a little bit more. Whereas the guys who are a lot more experienced will be at altitude 3 times a year. They can hit their numbers pretty much on point at this stage. So it's a mechanism of slowing them down more than anything.
Jack came in, his final number was 1.6. Is that a good
Yeah.
range to be in?
Yeah, so we're looking for sub 2 really, around 2.0 or just under. So that was pretty much perfect. And his paces were pretty good. So we'll go back in the evening. He's got 400s tonight and we'll be looking for sort of between 3 and 4. So let's see what the camcorder picks up later on, the 3 to 4 millimole stuff.
How long's your cool down, Jack?
2 miles. Yeah, I usually do kind of a 20-minute one, but at double threshold day, it's not about the warm-ups and cool-downs to get mileage in. I do like kind of 15 up, 15 down, 15 up, and then the last cool-down's up for interpretation. We jog a mile, we're happy enough, like. Huh? Oh, jeez, the boys are all fresh. They were flying that cool-down. Oh. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it was 1-6 at the end. I was kind of like...
Yeah, I was 1-1.
1-1? Okay.
I know. I had to wait for battle, but it wasn't like... It was 60 seconds tops, like, but...
What pace are you going?
Probably like 5:08 the last one. I don't know, because my man was GPS. Up.
My man's moving like a 13:05 guy again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 1.8, 1.6, like that's... I think at the end I was more to 1.6, was like, geez, that's very low, which hopefully that just means you're in very, very good shape, you know. And hopefully, like, there probably is an element of fatigue, like this is week, like we're in week 4 now, myself and Dave McGlynn, of altitude, so there probably is an element of that, but like, you know, that was like that exact same pace last week, and I was 2 millimole and 2.1 at the end, whereas today I was 1.8, 1.6, which like that's a massive jump on. Hopefully that is just getting a lot fitter, you know. And there probably is an element of adjusting, like you're completely adjusted to altitude now, so the body's probably not really fighting you as much, which is great.
What would you eat before a session like that?
Yeah, I've got into a good routine of porridge and kind of porridge with like banana, and there's a bit of granola and stuff in it, so there's plenty of carbs in it, which again, I'm kind of, if I was at home, I probably would have like bagel, cause just a bit more fast releasing energy, but the French don't have bagels out here, so if I did feel slightly depleted, I'd have a gel, or I'd have half a gel, which is like, I have 45, so like if I have half one, it's about 22 grams of carbs. Like this evening now, I definitely will, even if I don't feel hungry, I still will take a bit of like carb mix before the session, just to, like, you know, this morning was great, but you don't get it for free, you know.
Would you have like a meal plan or to track calorie intake or anything like that for something like this?
Not really, but I have a fair idea of how much is kind of in everything I'm eating. Like I do weigh like all my pasta, rice, so I know exactly how much carbs I'm getting in with each meal. Now today, not so much. I think you can't overhydrate or overfuel, you know, on these days. And kind of going back to what I was saying with, like this morning, like lactates are low, which I'm taking that as obviously fitness is there. But if you didn't fuel right or didn't hydrate properly before this evening, like your readings could be completely wrong. Effort could be either very hard or, again, going back to like double threshold day, I think the most important thing is more the recovery in between, trying to make sure you're ticking all those boxes. Oh, nice. This is as you can see, a nice little rolling pin. You can spend 50 quid on a stick foam roller that they'll sell you the world on, but you can also go into Woodies and buy one of these for €5, and this has travelled the world with me. So, does the same job.
I'd say when people see that, you know, Jack's on camp.
Oh yeah. I have a few gimmicks now that the boys will be very quick to slag me over, but it's actually, I think I've had this for about 3 years now, and I think I might have been saying it yesterday, but it's fair funny if I'd leave it on the ground or something at home, and like, sure, I'd be rolling me bare feet with this thing and stuff, and then my mum would come along and pick it up and put it back in the drawer, like with all the clean cutlery and stuff. It has not been washed in a few years. Yeah, I find my quads are usually the first victim to get tight in my training, and then I get a lot of calf issues. So I'm always conscious and just trying to release my quads a little bit, and that takes tension off the calves. The biggest thing is always going to be sleep, hydration, fuel. When you're kind of nailing all those, then maybe a Normatec boot or something kind of comes into play, which, you know, I like to think I'm fairly on top of all my nutrition and hydration and stuff. So yeah, I have the Normatec boots, and I use them a lot. And I do think of all the kind of you know, recovery methods and stuff. I do think there is a bit of merit to them, and they do just help kind of flush out any kind of lactic and stuff built up in the legs. But I never feel old with the lads, but when I am very jealous when the boys can just jump out of the car and get jogging. I've lost that ability over the last while. So
You do any yoga or Pilates or anything?
yeah, I do. Well, I've done it a bit out here because Sunday the gym is closed out here on a Sunday, and nearly every Sunday religiously at home I'd be gymming. But since we can't do anything on a Sunday evening here, I do a bit of a yoga routine. Yeah.
Would you get massages often?
Yeah, probably once every 2 weeks. I try not to be too reliant on it, because like on this camp now, I think haven't got massage in like 6 weeks, and obviously I think massage, if in an ideal world you could be getting it, you know, every week religiously. Sometimes that's not realistic, and I don't want to become too reliant on it that, like, you know, if I can't get it, next thing your brain starts panicking, and, you know, not that brings on injury, but like I think your brain has a lot to do with, if your brain starts panicking, next thing cortisol gets released, and then you're kind of thinking, oh shit, and you nearly make up an injury, you know.
You got a haircut mid threshold there.
We'll be looking fresh today.
Get a mate's rate?
Huh?
You get a mate's rate?
I actually didn't know.
You did.
10 quid?
10 quid, man, in front remote.
Get out of here, you. Jeez, that's inflation.
I didn't even get paid. I just had to put €10 or what, €20 in towards petrol.
Oh, towards petrol, yeah. That's why it actually didn't feel too bad. What's the same? 18 degrees, yeah. Fucking feels like it.
Yeah, it's warm. It's then dropping.
That's why I was kind of. Yeah, see, it's not. There's not that many clouds up there, so it should be staying hot. You haven't been up here yet, Keith, have you?
No.
It's probably my favourite training track in the world. But even the surface of it is like, it's not quite Mondo, so it's not rock hard, but it's like as hard as Tartan can get. Because we had to park. David drops up. Oh, jeez. Oi.
So we're going to start with
2 sets of 8.
2 sets of 8. I will go 4 sets.
That's fine.
4 sets. Yeah.
And 45, kind of like 100 jog, but 45.
Yeah.
Huh? It'll be get to the 100 and then just start at 45.
100 shuffle.
Yeah.
Probably be less than 45.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it was 35. Yeah. But if we're doing 4
if you're taking
sets.
it in 4 sets,
Yeah.
Kind of yourself out.
Play rock.
So hard. I was wondering why they're tiring. I have to prove you wrong.
This is the bad side too.
That's a whole lot better than the gym on.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, just bring that in so you get that nice.
I probably should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should do this more instead of that.
No.
What are you going to hit these fours in, Jack?
Start at 68s
That's grand.
because I've been doing it off 40-second just standstill,
Yeah.
and that was 68, 67s. So I think the 100 jog will make it just that little bit harder. So I'd say 68 should be 68. Yeah, it should be probably down to 67 towards the end.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah. I've no more lactate strips, so I might rob a few. If that's all right. Sound.
Oh, sorry, we're starting the other side.
Yeah, we're going to start over there, isn't it?
Yeah, she's just jog around.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Keep it relaxed. That's good. Jack was 67. It wasn't too bad. Rest of the lads about 70ish. That's it, girls. 32, 33, 34. Sit on, lads. 35. 70 for the boys. That's it, girls. That's it, lads. Spot on. Nice and relaxed. That's it, lads.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
67?
68.
Okay.
3.4, yeah. How's it going?
Happy enough?
Yeah.
Tired?
I know, just it's like 205-mile weeks.
Oh, I
Plus,
know, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, another box checked.
What would you clock for the day?
I should be 20. Yeah, probably 20. Close to 21. Yeah. Good stuff. Whew. Good stuff. Yeah. And good sesh.
A lot of athletes now are taking on double thresholds, so this is the first time probably of a big group doing it. There's been athletes here who've been doing it for quite a while, but some of my athletes, this is the first time they've done double thresholds. So far it's gone really well. Everybody was perfect today, I think, so we're very happy. You just have to be a bit more cautious. We were taking a lot of lactates there just to monitor where they're at, and same thing this morning, it was very controlled, so altitude does make it a little bit more difficult, but so far so good.
How did that feel, Jack?
Didn't feel unbelievable, but like this is the end of a long block, you know. So that's probably 3 weeks of kind of 170k a week. So that's probably the fatigue I'm kind of feeling. Just the faster stuff, you do feel that bit heavier, you know. But good. Box checked. Lactates were good. So happy.
Do you have many double threshold days left here?
No, I'm finishing Sunday now. So yeah, that's one good hard long run on Thursday, and then one session Saturday, and then finito. Get me back to sea level. I need a little bit of oxygen.
How do you feel when you initially go back? Like, how does the body feel?
You know, it's funny. You don't actually feel that much better. Genuinely, like you kind of, it's kind of, you sit, like we always say, you race the first kind of 2 or 3 days and you go home, but or the middle part is the slump, and then after 2 weeks, which hopefully I'll be racing Valencia, that's 14 days and on is when you really start to feel good, you know. But it's funny, like I've raced day 2, day 3 when I went home, and you might feel horrendous in the race, but then you kind of realise you're not breathing. You kind of check yourself and go, oh, I'm actually grand, you know. But it does make a big difference, just we're tired. But yeah, good day. Good session, lads.